Hey guys, welcome back to another video, slow gameplays video, and today I'm going to be talking about Skillz in Hypixel Skyblock. So, first off, I'm going to show you all this. There are 8 skills that actually matter, including taming if you want to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, and I'm going to tell you guys the easiest ways that I'm aware of to level them all up. So starting off is farming. This one is pretty obvious. You just gotta make like a infinite pumpkin farm, or do what I did, which is make like a 1 layer pumpkin, 1 layer sugarcane, so you can farm the pumpkin. And then if you farm the sugarcane, where you just run like this instead of doing that, it's an infinite farm of both. So that is one way of doing it. The pumpkins give more farming XP. You see that one gave 8.9 with my brand new legendary rabbit pet that I just got, and this cane only gives 4. So, obviously the pumpkin is much better for farming. That's why a lot of people have very high pumpkin levels, and I obviously don't. I'm almost at the ranch boobs, though. I'm only, in pumpkin, I am top 1.7%, which is pretty good, actually. So, yeah. You just want to make a huge pumpkin farm, get the special axe for pumpkins, which is this, the pumpkin, I forget what, it's, you want to get the pumpkin dicer, which is this, the pumpkin dicer, and the way you can get this is by getting a gold medal in farming contests. Speaking of which, I actually did a cane contest earlier. And I can collect that. I got a sugarcane 1 book. So yeah, you can get this here from this person, which is Anita. You can get pumpkin dicer, fungi cutter. You can get all this cool stuff. And currently, most of this stuff isn't really working. Like, yeah. So it's going to be much harder to build the farms right now, because there's no builder spawned yet, because it's broken still. And the way to do this is by getting 1 gold medal and 32 Jacob's tickets, which is easy. You can get the Jacob's tickets from either the bazaar, which I'm just going to sell mine right now, because it's free money. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of lagging right now. Oh, sweet. 3 grand experience bottles. Sweet, 100 level ups. Okay, so, now that we've talked about farming, it is time to talk about mining. Now, mining has a few different ways of doing it. So, we go to the election room. Okay. There are a bunch of different mayors. One of the candidates is Cole. He's obviously not going to win because Deanna has so many votes, which I'm actually happy about because I really want to upgrade my common griffin pet. So yeah, that's why I also voted for Deanna. It's her, Deanna. And basically, what Cole does is, if you go here, his perks are, mining minions work 25% faster. I'm pretty sure it also brings, like, mining events, which just make mining, gives so much more XP. And the best way to mine is by going to, I don't have the, because, like, also, for this, you're going to want to stonk, which is pretty expensive for some people. You can buy it right here, And basically, okay, I'm going way too fast. Basically, each one of these gives 5.4 mining experience. But that's also because I have a God Pod active and I have mining boost. Somewhere around here. Somewhere, yeah. Okay, watch this. So you see this? Insta-breaking all this endstone, getting so much mining XP. This is a great way to get mining XP. The only other way that is much better than this is if we go to the hub. If we go over here and then look up mineral armor. Mineral armor. If you look at its description, each piece of this armor automatically gives the ability to mine 2 extra blocks. So basically, if I were to mine this block right here, it would not only mine this one, but also these 2 next to it. And each piece grants 1 more, until eventually you're breaking an entire 9x9 area of blocks. And that's so quick for getting XP. So I'm going to pause my comments. And as you can see, I have 4.2 million, which is pretty good. Almost at my height. So that is the best way to farm mining. Now that mining and farming are done, both of which are level 23 for me, by the way, it's time for combat. Now, combat has a few different ways. One of them is obviously to do slayers, which is much more efficient. Once you can get the Maddox Bat Phone from... I'm also trying to get to Horror level 6 so I can get this Reaper Falchion, which is pretty good. Yeah. But it's also very expensive. This Revived Heart costs that, plus a Crystallized Heart, which is that. It's very expensive. So, basically, Slayers is just a great way of doing combat XP, because in order to start a Slayer, like if I were to do Sven Packmaster 1, I would get 5 Wolf Slayer, but I would need combat experience to start it. And every time I defeat one of the bosses, it would give me a ton of Slayer XP, along with combat XP. That's one way. Another way is to farm Zealots, which also is really good for money making, because you can sell their summoning eyes for like 600k. And the last way is if we head over to... Don't have the spider's den, do I? Nope. Okay. If we head over to the spider's den, then there's a special area, or there's a newer area in the spider's den, because of the new update, that's pretty good for combat XP, I'd say. Because if you can go over here, I should probably put on my fighting. Then down here, all these spiders have a ton of HP, but if you kill one, it gives 62 combat experience, because for me, I have the combat XP boost here, wherever it is. Wherever it is, I have it somewhere around here, but yeah. But I'm pretty sure it normally has like 56 or something like that, so it's a lot of combat XP, and I'm pretty sure Zealots only give like 50, so that's also another great way. And here you can find a ton of people, or a ton of spiders, and nobody is farming these, So it's like so much easier, especially if you have like a really good bow. Then you just like, especially in this area. So many of these, and you can rarely find any zealots. I personally have a rune on though, so yeah, that's the good way of getting combat XP. Now time for foraging. Probably my lowest, no, not my lowest quite yet, but one of my lowest skills. Yeah, my second lowest, not including, yeah, including taming actually. So my second lowest skill is foraging. This way, it's really not, there's not really that much you can do to make it more efficient other than get the tree capitator and then go to the park and then just go around mining every single, preferably like these dark oak trees are the best because they have the most amount of logs on them, and I'm pretty sure they give a little more farming or experience for foraging. Also, there's this thing right here. I can talk to him. 30,000 damage. Okay, let's see. Can I do it? Let me just get. Okay. No, I forgot. My friend just told me that. Wand of Mending. Wait, get my Radiant Orb. Place it down. Oh. Easy. Are you kidding me? He needs. Oh, I can't access my. Okay, yeah, that's another thing. You can do that to get a higher fire tolerance or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's really the best way of foraging XP. Now, fishing. This, I don't like fishing. Obviously, because I only have fishing 15, almost 16. And the only reason I have much experience at all, I like rarely fish. My current fishing rod is a farmer's rod. And the only reason I'm using this one is because it has 40% faster fishing, which is pretty good, in my opinion. Let me just put all of this back. I'll put it there too. Okay. And I have these fishing minions over here, which I'll actually collect. And, yep, fishing 16. Sweet. That's basically my way of getting fishing XP. Okay. I also have this oak minion, which is pretty decent. I also have this orb that I got for it. Yeah, these are all my minions I'm showing you right now. Not what I need to do. So this enderman minion and oops, okay. You know what? I have a way of solving this. Hang on. Okay, so anyway, in my opinion, clay and just get like some sort of fishing minion that will slowly get you fishing XP. The other way is if you go to the spider's den. It's called barn fishing, where you go to the spider's den and then you go over to the barn over here. don't switch lobbies though, so you just like... Okay, I'm not gonna make this, am I? Nope, okay. Yeah. Oops. And some... Oh, wait. I just lost all my, Huh. Oops. Fun. That sucks. Anyway, you would go to the spider's den, and then like fishing rod, and then like grappling hook and aspect of the end over here. Put on like some sort of fishing gear, preferably like angler gear, which is super easy to get. And you just come up here with your rod and then just fish here for like 5 minutes, and then go down, kill all the sea creatures you would get, and then that's pretty good. And then you just repeat. Preferably you want to have like a squid and dolphin pet and then switch them out. But besides that, there's like really nothing you can do besides that. Because that's really like the only way to get fishing XP. That's actually a decent method. Also, I'm about to show you how much money I make. Okay, never mind. Anyway. We just finished fishing. Time for enchanting. Now, enchanting is a special case. Now, this is one I wanted to talk about especially. Because the only way to actually do this is with this, the experimentation table. It's not the only way but you can only gain 50,000 experience a day from normal enchantment table, which is stupid. And basically, what this experimentation table does is, if you're rich, you can have 4 of these a day. And the higher level you are, the more experience you get, basically. Because you go here, you do however many you can. Preferably do like 40 if you can, but I can only do this one, which is really bad. Don't even have this yet. And then you go to super pairs, which is basically just you clicking on a ton of spots and hoping you get XP. You get like a solid 100k experience from each, or at least I do. It really depends on your level. So the higher level you are, the more experience you get, but it also requires more experience to level up. So it's kind of a fair trade. But in my opinion, the old way where you would just sit down near the crafting table or near the enchantment table for hours with your grand experience bottles and enchanting books, which is much quicker, because you could probably knock that out in like a weekend if you grinded a lot. But now it takes like a solid month just to get like another 2 levels of enchanting. That's an over-exaggeration, but like it does take a long time unless you want to buy the new renewals. So that's why I no longer try to level up my enchanting. But there's one other skill that they haven't destroyed yet. And that is alchemy. Alchemy is the rich man's thing. Basically, it's not really exciting. You just need a lot of money for it. You need a solid, I'd say, probably like, okay, wonderful. That keeps happening to me. I swear to God, if I lose my stuff. You need like a solid 2 stacks of enchanted cane, I'd say. That should be enough. And enchanted sugar cane. A stack costs 4 mil. I can barely buy a stack. And that's if I wanted to go completely broke. So, I'm definitely not going to get full alchemy anytime soon. But it requires a ton of experience for alchemy. Or money for alchemy. And I don't have that kind of money, as you can probably tell. Now I have 4.5 mil. so I can buy a stack of enchanted cane. Now, there are two much easier ways. Now, this is like the main thing I kind of wanted to talk about during this video. It's like one of the whole reasons I made this video. There are two separate ways, other than actually technically three, that you could do if you wanted to get a higher alchemy. Now, number one, you could obviously just, like, there's no alchemy collection here, but if you farm netherwort by hand, you get alchemy levels experience. As you can see here, it gives alchemy experience, not farming. So if you just farmed a ton of netherwort, you would get alchemy 50, or you could get alchemy experience pretty quickly. But instead of doing that, you could also just come here to get the netherwort required to actually do the stuff, so you wouldn't have to waste extra money, even though it's like probably like 2,000 coins at most, which is nothing. And then you go over here, so the other way, there's two other ways. I'm going to tell you about the second way. I just told you, but the first way was to farm netherwort by hand. The second way is to farm sugarcane by hand. Now, this is one layer of sugarcane. It's not nearly enough for an infinite cane farm. But from this, I make approximately 3 enchanted sugarcane every time I farm it through. And that takes like a solid 10 minutes. So, maybe more. I don't know. Actually, no, it probably takes more like 30 minutes, but still. I get a solid 3 cane out of this, which is pretty good. Because every time you brew 1 enchanted sugarcane into a brewing stand, you get, well, last time I had alchemy thing, but you get 15,000 experience per bottle that you take out after 1 enchanted cane. So that's a total of 45,000 cane alchemy experience from just 1 cane. And as you can see here, I'm alchemy 23. I mean, and if I were to go 43k or 45k per until I get the next level, I would need only need like 5 enchanted cane, maybe less. So it's so quick and easy if you just farm. Okay, my friend's messaging. Care. That's like the easiest skill to level up. You just need a lot of money for it. Taming. There's really nothing you can do special for leveling this up. It literally just levels up by itself, because I have this rabbit pet activated currently. I also have this grandma pet, which I rarely use. I have Enderman, I have this wolf pet, silverfish. I have a ton of pets. Not really, actually. I don't have that many pets, because most people have like 2 pages of pets. And you'd think I'd have a lot more, seeing as I've been playing for 7 months. Almost 8 months, actually, now. But basically, taming is one of those skills you can't really do anything special for. I'm also going to talk about these ones. Carpentry, the easiest way is I'm not telling you to buy rank, but if you get like at least VIP, you unlock these 3 slots. So basically, in those 3 slots, I'm just going to mine this. No. If you, how do I say this? So if you have something that that you know how to craft, the crafting recipe will show up, or the item will show up in these 3, and you can just instantly pull it down. And that gives carpentry experience. And so does the auto-enchanting, let's see, what is it called? No, not the auto smelter. Personal compactor. Yeah, personal compactor also gives carpentry experience. Oh, come on. Now, rune crafting, just kill a ton of runic mobs. Social XP, build like a parkour course to get people to try to join and try to do it, and then you can get free, and that's a great way for social XP. Dungeoneering, really just run like a ton of floor 4 or floor 5 runs in dungeons. But if you already have a low dungeon level like me, which is my pathetic level 5 cat of 5, honestly, just run a ton of any floor you can.